Hello everyone, myself Asha Rathod. I am going to present the topic deconstruction and real school deconstruct in practice. So these are my personal information. These are the research question. What are the key concepts and methodologies employed by deconstructionist critique, and how do they differ from traditional approach to literary analysis? And these are my hypotheses. So the Yale School of Criticism. The Yale School is a term commonly used to describe the work of five outstanding scholars, which was one Harold Bloom, Paul Deman, Jacques Derrida, Geoffrey Hartman, and J. Hills Miller. So uh, uh, located in a department of French and comparative literature and of English at Yale University between 1972 and 1986. And it's also referred to the Yale School of Deconstruction, or even as the American Deconstruction in general. In while they men use the term deconstruction, the both Derrida and Miller remain aligned with this term throughout their writing. The connection between Bloom and Hartman and deconstruction is less obvious. The only significant volumes produced by the Yale Quintet together is the collection of essay, deconstruction and criticism, in which each critic contributes an essay of Shelley's The Dream of Life. So first we will discuss Harold Bloom. I am not going both all only highlighted point. Harold Bloom's is an example of influence, has cast its own long shadow of influence since it was first published in 1973, and Bloom's put forth his central vision of the relation between traditional and individualities. T.S. Eliot also says. Said the concept of the essay of a traditional and individual artist. So Bloom asserted that the executive influence come out a complex act of strong misreading, a creative interpretation. He called poetic misreading. The influence anxiety does not so much concern the forerunner, but rather it an anxiety achieving in and by the story, novel, poem, or essay also. Uh, Next, Paul Deman. So here that is a biography. He was a Bengali bomb literature critic and literary theory. So he main argue of essay can be stated as follow that the ground of literary meaning and must be located in a rhetoric rather than in any of the other possible dimension. And but rhetorical reading cannot guarantee authority over interpretations. Therefore, there is no authority that can guarantee reading. This doesn't license us to read a text just anywhere we want to. So it's not only reading of the text, and but there are many of interpretation in that. So rather they commit us to reading that take full account of the possibility and limit of a reading and writing generally. Uh, and then third, Jacques Derrida, he was a founder of deconstruction in way of a critic, not only both literary and philosophical texts, but also political institution. And Derrida usually change the term orthography. For example, writing difference and difference, and that difference DIFFERENC, and difference DIFFERNC. So difference meaning something to not match and similar to other. In order to indicate the change in its status, difference which is found in appearances when we recognize their temporary nature, then refers to the undesirable resource into which metaphysics cut in order to make its decision. In his 1993 Spectres of Marx, where Derrida insists that a deconstructed Marxist through it's still relevant to today's world despite globalization, and that a deconstructed Marxism constitutes in a new Marxism and Marxism of a democracy of core. And for Geoffrey Hartman, he was opposed that Anglo-American formalist brought contentious truth to North American literary criticism, and champion criticism as a creative act. And in that essay, Hartman regarding that criticism as inside literature, not outside. That has a own beauty. Literature has an own beauty that best argue in this essay. One crossing over literature commentary and literature. He argued that critical reading should not seek meaning but should reveal the contradiction and equivocation in a text. And Hartman rejected the depth of the subject and idea of ultimate free play. For Hartman, the Derridian notion of the completely disable is unacceptable. Joseph Hills Miller, he was a concept of one the critic as a worst, and that he proposed in journal Critic Inquiry, third volume, published in 1977, could be viewed as a reply to M.H. Haran, and that Abrams has argued that there is a fixed invocal meaning for the text, that if we use construction strategies, history will become an impossibility. Miller replied that in invocal and determinated meaning in an impossible as history also is. And Miller being the essay with a crucial question that when a text content a citation from another text, it is like a parasite in a main text, or it is the main text that surrounded and struggle the citation. Many people tend to see the deconstruction reading as a parasite on its source, the in vocal reading. So deconstruction is what created has been profoundly influenced by French philosopher Jacques Derrida, and that Derrida who coined the term that he argued that Western culture people tend to think and express their thought in terms of a binary opposition like white and black, masculine and feminism, feminine and cause effect, conscious and unconscious, and present and absent, speech and writing, and that Derrida suggests this oppositional hierarchy in a miniature, contently one term that Western culture views as a positive or superior. And this deconstruction involves the close reading of text in order to demonstrate that any given text has a inconlability, contradictory meaning, and rather than being a unfined logical word. In deconstruction in practice, here I put one sloka of Bhagavad Gita, and that Mahi Path Vyashipta Yedapishu Papayona Stiyo Veshyastata Shudraksta Yanti Param Gatin. In that, translated by in O son of Patha, here Path of Arjun, those who take shelter in me is Lord Krishna, and that through they be lower birth and woman Vyas and Quadras can attain the supreme distinguish. In there are the four varna of that Vaishya, Shudra, Brahma, and Kshatri, that coming from hierarchy in the text. So in one Prabhupada write in his first book of 7th sloka of 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita as it did. Now in the Manu Samhita is clearly stated that a woman should not be given freedom. So everyone know that woman patriarchal India is a patriarchal society, and woman cannot